So yesterday, I had my friend over, and he was asking me about my new comic book. I have awesome news. It's finished. All I gotta do is print out a couple more pages. And like I said before, I have made this comic book as dark and violent as it can be. Oh, that's right. He also said, have you played the strangest PlayStation 2 game? And I'm thinking, there are so many PlayStation 2 games, but he said this is one of its kind. So there's 3 different types of games: good, bad, and strange. Unless you're talking about really good. But just in general, there's bad, good, and strange. Mr. Mosquito. Mr. Mosquito. And Mr. is spelled M-I-S-T-E-R. Huh? I thought, Mr.'s just M-R and Mrs. M-I-R. Okay. I guess, they want to make it look a little more formal. Mr. I thought it was M-I-R, or is it the other way around? Is Mrs. Yeah, Mrs. M-I-R and Mrs. M-R. I did hear there was a Mr. Mosquito too. Why isn't there a Mrs.? You know, like Pac-Man, and then you have Miss Pac-Man. I mean, that would, I don't know. So you play as a mosquito. That's interesting. Alright? Alright, let's take a look at what you do. Well, if you're a mosquito, you suck blood, right? That's what a mosquito does. Let's see. Menu. Sage. Blood sucking. Blood sucking. Okay. Ooh, there's collectibles in this game. What kind? Hearts. Food? I thought a mosquito's food is blood. Not a water. No. I never seen a mosquito eat watermelon. Yeah, watermelon. I thought mosquito, the only food it is blood. I mean, just put it out there. Watermelon, cake, sushi? Okay. What they do? Items. Hearts. You can collect 50 hearts and rings to increase your maximum lives. Okay, that makes sense. Right? Extra tanks. Oh, extra tanks of blood. Yeah. He was right. This is one of its kind. Cause I've never seen a mosquito, eat watermelon or whatever. This really is one of its kind. Alright. So let's play Mr. Mosquito. He said it was good, but just strange. I like strange. Alright, so let's play some Mr. Mosquito. He did, if he said it was good, it has to be good, because my best bud's been a gamer for, I'm not sure, actually. I know I've been a gamer for 22 years. I did ask him once, he said maybe like probably like 9 years, 10, something like that. Alright, so let's play some Mr. Mosquito.
Welcome to the home of the Yamada family. It's summer. Do you like summer?
Yes.
Summer drives people crazy, and that makes them commit terrible acts. Take the tiny, harmless mosquito, for example. It doesn't have enough time to do much during its one precious short life. Yet with one swipe, a human can snatch such a priceless life away without a second's thought. I am sure that you may already realize that you are a mosquito, the insect that bites people and makes them feel itchy, the insect that creates a trail of swollen bites. As a mosquito, there is something that you naturally have to do. You have to suck blood. You must suck and store away as much human blood as possible in order to survive the winter and see another spring. However, blood sucking is accompanied with much danger. It may come as a surprise to you, but you're not welcome in the Yamada family home. Why on earth not? Because you make people feel itchy. Bear in mind that they will go to great lengths to protect themselves from you. Nevertheless, please enjoy your summer of blood sucking.
Thank you. What is that?
This is Rina's room. Rina is the daughter of the Yamada family. She went on a school trip today, and she sprayed herself with bug repellent. But that was some time ago, so it's likely to be wearing off in some places. You should suck from those spots. Good luck in finding them.
Thank you. What is that? It looks like a... I don't know.
Move over, Dad! You're too close to me! It's
Ow. Alright.
You pissed. Bliss. Oh well.
How was it the first time? I hope you enjoyed your first blood suck.
Yeah. So, you literally play as a mosquito. Guess that's why it's called Mr. Mosquito. But there's one thing I don't get. I mean, a lot of people like make weird games, but who would make a video game based off being a mosquito? I'm not sure. I mean, there are certain games, you know, not based off not like a movie that's based on it, like novel. I kind of meant to say was like what can I use for a good example? Well, let's put MK, for example, Mortal Kombat. Now, Mortal Kombat is a classic fighting game. So, this is the one thing, I mean, so you can, play as Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. So, I mean, classic fighting game, but why would they make a game? I mean, any fighting game you play as anybody, but why would you make a game when you play as mosquito sucking blood? I'm not sure. So he's right. This is one of its kind, and it's made by Fresh Games. Now, let me ask you something. Now, I believe there's only one game that's made. Okay, so let's say you have several companies make one game, like isn't Dead or Alive? I know it's made by Team Ninja, but isn't it also made by? Let me actually think of something else. Like, The Darkness was made by Top Cow, 505, and 2K. Although Top Cow's actually, I think, oh, that's right. The Darkness is based off the comics. Yeah, the Darkness comics. I haven't read them, but I heard they're pretty violent. And if you played, if you read The Darkness or Top Cow, I wonder why it's called Top Cow. So, one thing I just don't get. Oh, that's right. So, 2K has made so many games, right? I did look up this company. This is the only game they've made. Sort of like Happy Soft. And Happy Soft is only known for Hong Kong 97. That's the only game they made by Happy Soft. Hong Kong 97. So it's almost exactly the same. So Happy Soft that made Hong Kong 97. That's the only game they made. Also Fresh Games. This is the only game. Okay. Man, this is kind of weird though. Maybe I don't know. But yes, this is one of its kind. Like Hong Kong 97 is only one of its kind. Now, a lot of people say that Hong Kong 97 is one of the most rarest games ever. Like, James, who reviewed it, I don't know, probably about 4 years ago. Yeah, probably about 4 years ago. He said it's so rare, he said he can't even find a picture of it. There's only one place, if you're, I mean, is the Famicom another word for, not Super Nintendo, for, yeah, NES, or, I mean, the SNES. I think, is Famicom another, I think, is that a Japanese word for NES, because, I don't know, to tell you the truth, but I should get the, oh, that's right, oh, right, okay, so, me and my bro have the account, or he just uses my account, because he said it's a pain in the ass to make a new account, so he uses mine no matter what it is, no matter what he's reviewing, he uses mine. So, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo Switch, it's $20 a year, and you get the whole entire NES and Super Nintendo library. Get all of them. Now I looked through the NES library, get every single game. One game that's not in there is Hong Kong 97. Could be that rare? There's only one place I know that has it. Except we don't have the Famicom. I should get it. I mean, if I get it, and if anyone asks me about Hong Kong 97, I really want to review it. I think Jason said he wants to get the Famicom. I don't think it's that expensive either, because it's an old game system. The older it is, the less it's gonna cost, right? Let's say you wanted to buy a 360, and it's 2020. So I did look up, like certain, if you want to get the 500 gigabyte. So I looked it up. It's only like $200 now. Yeah, a 500 gigabyte Xbox 360 is only 200. You know how much they usually start off as, like 400 or something like that. That's 200 less. The one thing I really don't like about this new idea that Nintendo has for Nintendo Switch, I think it's called the Nintendo Switch Lite. Why is it called Lite? I don't know, because it's gonna weigh the same, right? I mean, is this called light as in it's gonna be lighter, or light as in colors? Light as in, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, how about the Nintendo Switch version 2? That sounds more formal, right? But this is Nintendo's idea. Now, let's say you bought not the regular Nintendo Switch, the new version, the Nintendo Switch Lite, and you asked your friend to come over, and he said, "Hey, can we play a game?" This is one thing that I disagree with their idea. So you want to play, Mario Kart 8? You have the little things you can take them off and play, right? They're unremovable. I think Jason talked about this, about the new Nintendo Switch. Like you have those little things you can take off the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch Lite. I'm just gonna call it version 2 because it's their second version, right? That works, right? Yeah, the Nintendo Switch Lite, or version 2, the sides are unremovable. You ask your friend to come over, you can't play. You'd have to buy a Nintendo Switch Lite version 2. But, I don't think that was Nintendo's best idea. So, and there's one problem Nintendo has. It's been like this since the 70s, or ever since Nintendo came out. 70s or 90s. Nintendo, no, I think late 80s. I'm not exactly sure because Sega and Nintendo, was it Sega and I'm not sure. But ever since Nintendo, Nintendo, the NES, I'm not sure. I think late 80s. I think late 80s when Nintendo started making their consoles. There's one thing that Nintendo had. There's one problem. Just one. I think I've talked about this, or Jason has talked about this in the past. Like, let's say Nintendo. Let's say I work in Nintendo. I'm in charge of the whole corporation. And I say to them, hey, let's make 2 million Nintendo Switches. And after those 2 million are gone, Nintendo doesn't make any more than that. That's the one problem Nintendo has. I've probably said this in the past. Me or Jason has said this in the past. Yeah, let's make 2 million. After, why don't they? I mean, if you're like Microsoft, you make massive amounts. You manufacture multiple of 360, right? I just don't get it. I mean, Mr. is M-I-S-T-E-R, but if you see someone's name and it says Mr., it's M-R. Maybe they want to make it more formal. Yeah. And I also, like I said, I did hear there is a Mr. Mosquito too. Yeah. Although that's stayed in Japan. Oh well. It's too bad the PS2 is not region free. That'd be pretty cool if PlayStation 2 is region free. There's a special chip you can get to make it region free, but it's illegal. When I was younger, maybe about a decade ago, maybe a decade, maybe a little over a decade. I saw this thing. I bought a Japanese game or something. I think I got a Japanese game for the PS2, and then I flipped it over and said, for Japan only. I'm thinking, okay, what am I gonna do now? And I didn't look up, there's a special chip you can put into your PS2 to make it region free. Although I bought it and said it was illegal. And they said it also can harm your PS2. Why? Why do you sell something like that if it can harm your PS2? What if you only own one PS2? That makes no sense. The reason why it's illegal, I didn't even have to look it up. I kind of figured out on my own. It's so you own an American PS2, right? This chip makes it region free, so it's almost like you're creating a Japanese PS2, which would only that's legal if you work with Sony, right? If you work with Sony, they'll say sure, but if you're buying PS2, you just bought it, and you get a chip. It's almost the reason why it's illegal. It's exactly the same as if you're creating your own Japanese PS2. That's why. I mean, if you worked with, like I said, if you work with Sony, they'll say, hey, sure. Actually, they'll probably say no. They'll probably say, if you want to do this, go to Japan and get yourself a Japanese PS2. I really want to play that. I've had that Japanese PS2 game for years. Yeah, I just didn't want to get rid of it. I paid $35 after I found out my mom gave me my $35 back, but I still have it. And also the reading for the Japanese ESRB is a little weird. So here, A is adults only, right? Japan, A is considered E. Then you have E10 plus, right? So E10 plus is actually B. And then C is T. So A is E, B is sort of like E10 plus, and then C is T, and then D is M, and Z is A. Huh? Yeah, a little confusing. So, this was very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. And I will see you after Jay's review. This is one of its kind. Mr. Mosquito. I'll see if I can get my... never mind. But, yeah. So you'll see me after Jay's review. Mr. Mosquito. See you.